Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to bounce back from failure in social media marketing or running a social media marketing agency and be able to have the mindset to just keep going. So guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Harry Kirk. This channel is run alongside Tom Ford, who is the co-founder of my social media marketing agency that we've ran for the past 4 and a bit years. And if you're new to the channel, this channel is very much a laid back channel. Like, we don't come on here and sell you loads of shit. We literally just come on here and it's very late. Like, the videos are super unedited because these also get uploaded as podcasts. And we kind of just sit here and chill. Like, whether it's a Tom video, whether it's a my video, whether it's Tom and my videos together, where we're just conversing and filming it. We kind of want this channel literally just to be get in front of the camera, talk shit for like 10 minutes, and hopefully you guys pick up loads of value. And from the feedback we get over the past year and a bit of running this channel, you guys love this style of video. So yeah, welcome to the channel, guys. So yeah, we're trying to post every single day on the social media marketing agency space: sales, objection handling, Facebook ad advice, particularly how to deal with clients and how to keep them long term. I spoke an event in July, Aaron Branch's event, with some of the biggest people in the industry on client retention, how to keep clients so long, because our agency has an average client retention of over a year, which is kind of the whole message behind this channel, is how to run your agency in the correct way so that you can keep clients for that long. Because pretty much everyone on YouTube, and this is the feedback I got from at the event from some of the biggest names in the industry, such as Matt Wilson, Lucas from Hamby Media, loads of big names, have all said no one ever hears people talk about this because no one knows how to keep clients long term. So we really do practice what we preach, hence why we do these videos, and we're happy to kind of poke holes in the shit show of the SMMA industry. But today's video is about how to bounce back from failure and how to keep on going. And if you've been in the marketing industry or the social media marketing world for like even a week, you'll know that it is a world full of rejection. It's a world full of pushbacks. It's a world full of being stood up on meetings, being told to fuck off on cold calls. There's a hell of a lot of rejection. And if you can't deal with rejection in business, let alone SMMA, you're going to really struggle. So in this video, I want to talk you through some personal stories of times where I was pushed back and times where, just because I've carried on going, I've managed to get where I need to be. So there's been loads. So I want to take you back right from the start, which is my very first client. I won't bore you with the story because I tell this story millions of times on this channel, which is got my first client and they practically used me as an employee. They gave me loads of tasks to do, didn't give me any time to do my own outreach or sign other clients. And that was a real pushback for me. And I remember dealing with that client thinking, holy shit, I don't think SMMA is for me. However, that was just because I had a skewed view on what SMMA actually was, and every client isn't like that first client I had. And if I didn't push through and just be like, right, fuck it, let me just keep going, I wouldn't have signed the next client and had an amazing experience with it. So there's prime example one. But the main example that I want to talk you through is sales. Now, if you're a social media marketing agency owner, before 10K a month, where your brand really carries you and you don't have to do that much sales unless you're in like severe scaling mode, you're going to be doing a lot of outreach. You're going to be sending a lot of emails, probably a lot of DMs, a lot of cold calls, just doing a lot of outreach in order to sign clients. And 95% of the time, they're going to ignore you. They're going to say, no, not interested. And you're not going to get anywhere. That's the same whether it's me doing outreach, Tom doing outreach, who has sold millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of products and services through cold calls, whether you're Grant Cardone, whether you're fucking Jordan Belfort on the Wolf of Wall Street, everyone gets fucking rejected. So when people come on Instagram and they say, Harry, like, how do I get a 90% close rate on my cold calls, or how do I stop getting rejected, how do I stop getting stood up on my meetings? The answer is you're not. That's all part and parcel in the game. You're gonna do 100 cold calls. 10 of them are going to entertain a conversation. 3 of them are going to book a meeting, and only 2 of them are going to show up, and you're probably going to close 1 of them. That's just the natural process. It's purely a numbers game, and providing you understand the process, you're going to be able to bounce back from that failure. Like, that's just how it works. So, whereas what people want to do is, instead of doing 100, getting 10 meetings, free show up and you sign 1, people want to make 100, book 95 meetings, 94 of them show up, and you sign 90 clients. That's what people think. That's what SMMA gurus on YouTube make you think you don't have. They make you think that they've got the hidden secret of how they do that, when it's not. Yes, there's a hidden secret to a point in terms of how to close clients and how to deliver clients, 100%, because there is, a particular meeting strategy that works. There's a particular thing you can do on cold calls. There's a particular behavior that you can portray as a person in a sales environment in order to sign more clients. That's 100% true. However, there isn't a hidden niche, a hidden sales sentence or script that's suddenly going to get you to 50K a month. It just doesn't work like that. If you can't stay consistent at 1K a month, you're never going to be able to get to 100K a month. It's just physically not possible. So being able to, when this video is all about how to bounce back from failure, but I think that all starts with, it's all your mindset. And I hate gurus on Instagram, and I hate people that sell SMMA courses that are actually mindset courses. However, mindset is a really important part of it. If you're getting into social media marketing and you can't bounce back from failure, you can't deal with rejection, you can't stay consistent because your mind wanders and you get distracted, you're never going to get anywhere. So in order to bounce back from failure, you have to have the mindset that you're never going to quit. You can't have a plan B. You can't say, right, I'm going to do 200 cold calls. If I don't sign a client, then I'm going to give up. Because that's how you're never going to bounce back from failure. When I started social media marketing, as soon as I started it, I knew instantly that this business model was for me. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. I just knew. So when I was getting rejected, when I was being told to fuck off on cold calls, when I went 2 hours to the opposite side of London to a meeting and they didn't show up, and I didn't have a meeting and I wasted a whole day, the thought never crossed my mind saying, oh, SMMA is not for me. The SMMA not for me has only ever crossed my mind once, and that was in the 6 months leading up to my first ever client. So if you're new to the channel, it took me 6 months to sign my first client, and it was a fucking disaster. Like, it was the most frustrating 6 months of my entire life. And the end of that 6 month period was Christmas one year, and I took a break for 3 weeks. I said, right, I'm not getting anywhere here. I was sending cold emails, wasting your time if you're doing cold emails, and I just could not, for the life of me, sign a client. So what I said to myself, right, Harry, take 3 weeks off, dive into content. I didn't take any course. I just threw myself headfirst into content, and through that content, I found, the importance of staying consistent, cold calling and stuff like that. And then started in the new year, literally January 1st, 6 cold calls in, booked a meeting, Manchester dentist, signed him. And that's purely because I had the mindset of, I'm not giving up. Just because I failed at something, just because I got told to fuck off, just because someone stood me up on a meeting, just because I had a bad experience with my free trial client, it never crossed my mind. It was just, right, let me go back to the drawing board. And that's what I think a lot of people don't do in SMMA, is when they're struggling, they'll be struggling for months and months and months, but they'll never say to themselves, right, let me change this up. Let me reach out to help. Let me pay for help. Let me do something to be able to switch up what I'm doing. Because, yeah, you have to stay consistent with cold calls. But if you've done, like, some people message me saying, Harry, I've done 2,000 cold calls and not booked a single meeting. And it's like, you're wasting your time. You really are wasting your time. So being able to bounce back from failure is having that solid mindset that you're never going to give up, and also being self-aware of what you're currently doing. So you constantly change it, because there's no point failing at something over and over and over again and then never changing what you're doing. So it's mindset and having the mentality of constantly analyzing and being self-aware of what you're doing in your agency and being like, right, that's not working. I had a little bit of success there. Let me dive into that a bit further. Let me learn more about that particular style of cold calling. Or, right, I'm booking loads of meetings, but I'm not closing them. Let me just figure out how to handle objections better. So it's constantly adapting what you're doing, rather than just saying, I've done 12,000 cold calls, or maybe not 12,000, like 2,000 cold calls, and I've not got anywhere. I've not got a single meeting, but I'm just going to continue anyway because Harry says cold calling works. Cold calling does work. SMMA does work. Like I think people forget, because they're so entrenched in the strategies they're doing that aren't working, they end up saying SMMA doesn't work, but it really does fucking work, guys. Like, and as soon as, and this isn't to plug the academy, but as soon as people get into the academy, like, oh shit, that now I can see it now. I can see how people are earning 100K a month. I can see how people are earning 50K a month, and it really does change the game. But hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to bounce back from failure, guys. A bit of motivation to stay consistent, a bit of motivation to just keep on going. But keep on going in the correct way, doing the right things. So hope you enjoyed that video, guys. We're back posting every single day. And I mean it this time. We're going to be posting every single day on YouTube, Monday, Tuesday, all the way through to Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, it'd be a pleasure if you're a new subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9 AM for tomorrow's video. Cheers, guys.